With a deep breath, he began to speak. And what he told us changed everything. "It's about human trafficking," the elder said, his voice low and grave. "Mr. Owusu and his advisor, Mr. Courting, they're involved in a ring that kidnaps and sells people to the highest bidder." Alma's eyes widened in horror. "That's why Kofi was killed," she whispered. "He must have stumbled upon their operation." The elder nodded. "Yes, that's right. Kofi was getting close to the truth, and they silenced him." I felt a wave of anger wash over me. How could Mr. Owusu and Mr. Courting do something so evil? "What can we do?" Alma asked, her voice firm with determination. The elder looked at us with a serious expression. "You two are brave, but you're also in danger. Mr. Owusu and Mr. Courting will stop at nothing to keep their secret safe." Alma and I exchanged a glance. We knew the risks, but we were willing to take them. "We need evidence," I said. "Something that will prove their guilt and bring them to justice." The elder nodded. "I can help you with that. But you must be careful. They have eyes and ears everywhere." Alma and I nodded, our minds racing with plans and strategies. As we left the elder's hut, I felt a sense of purpose. We were going to bring down Mr. Owusu and Mr. Courting, no matter what it took. But little did we know, we were being watched. And our every move was being monitored. As we walked away from the elder's hut, I noticed a figure lurking in the shadows. I nudged Alma and nodded towards the figure. "Who's that?" Alma whispered, her eyes narrowing. I shook my head. "I don't know, but I think we're being followed." We quickened our pace, but the figure kept pace with us, always staying just out of sight. Suddenly, Alma grabbed my arm and pulled me into a narrow alleyway between two huts. "What are you doing?" I whispered. Alma's eyes sparkled with determination. "We're going to lose them," she said, already moving down the alleyway. I followed close behind, my heart pounding in my chest. We dodged and weaved through the narrow alleys, trying to shake our pursuer. Finally, we emerged into a crowded marketplace, where we blended in with the throngs of people. Breathless and shaken, we stopped to catch our breath. "Do you think we lost them?" I asked, scanning the crowd nervously. Alma nodded. "I think so. But we can't be too careful. We have to assume they'll find us again." I nodded in agreement. We knew the risks, but we were determined to see this through. As we made our way back to Alma's friend's hut, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. And I knew that we were running out of time. As we entered the hut, Alma's friend, Akua, looked up from her sewing. "What's wrong?" she asked, noticing our worried expressions. "We were followed," Alma said, her voice low. "We think it was one of Mr. Owusu's men." Akua's eyes widened in concern. "You have to be careful," she said. "They won't hesitate to hurt you if they think you're a threat." I nodded in agreement. We knew the risks, but we were determined to expose Mr. Owusu's secret. Just then, a knock at the door made us all jump. Akua got up to answer it, but Alma grabbed her arm. "Wait," she whispered. "What if it's them?" Akua hesitated, then carefully made her way to the door. She opened it a crack, then quickly closed it. "It's the village elder," she said, her voice relieved. "He wants to see you both." Alma and I exchanged a nervous glance. What did the elder want now? As we followed Akua to the elder's hut, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were walking into a trap. But when we arrived, the elder greeted us warmly. "I have some information for you," he said, his eyes twinkling. "Information that could change everything." "The information I have is about Mr. Owusu's operation," the elder said, his voice low and serious. "I've learned that they're planning to move a large group of people out of the village tonight." Alma's eyes widened in horror. "We have to stop them," she said, her voice firm. The elder nodded. "I agree. But we need to be careful. Mr. Owusu has many men working for him, and they won't hesitate to use violence." I felt a surge of adrenaline. We were getting close to the truth, and we couldn't back down now. "What's the plan?" I asked the elder. He smiled, a cunning glint in his eye. "I've arranged for a group of trusted villagers to help us. We'll sneak into Mr. Owusu's compound tonight and gather evidence of his operation." Alma and I exchanged a nervous glance. This was it. We were really doing this. But as we left the elder's hut, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were walking into danger, and that our lives would never be the same again. As night began to fall, we made our way to Mr. Owusu's compound, our hearts pounding with anticipation and fear. What would we find there? And would we make it out alive? As we approached Mr. Owusu's compound, I could feel my heart racing with anticipation and fear. The elder had given us a plan, but I knew that things could go wrong quickly. Amma and I crept through the shadows, trying to avoid detection. The compound was surrounded by high walls, with guards posted at regular intervals. We made our way to the back of the compound, where the elder had told us to meet our contact. As we waited, I could hear the sound of voices and footsteps coming from inside the compound. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was one of the villagers who had agreed to help us. "Follow me," the villager whispered, leading us through a small gate in the wall. We found ourselves in a narrow corridor, with rooms leading off to either side. The villager led us to a door at the far end of the corridor. "This is where they're holding the captives," the villager whispered. "But be careful. Mr. Owusu has guards posted everywhere." Amma and I exchanged a nervous glance. This was it. We were really doing this. We pushed open the door and slipped inside. The room was dimly lit, with rows of people huddled together on the floor. I felt a surge of anger and compassion. These people were being held against their will, treated like animals. Amma and I began to move through the room. We spoke to some of the captives. But while we were still trying to figure out what could serve as a strong evidence, I heard the sound of footsteps coming from outside the room. The guards had discovered us. "Time to go," Amma whispered, grabbing my arm. We made a run for the door, but it was too late. The guards burst into the room, catching us in the act. And that's when everything went black.